Welcome everyone, I'm very happy to see you here. So today we are doing a reading about your future spouse. Okay, so what are they like? Anything we can get about their personality and appearance or state of mind at this current moment. So whatever we can find in the cards. I have 3 piles here, and some cards are pre-shuffled, and then I will also use tarot cards for the main part of the reading, and oracle cards to clarify some things if we need to, and then maybe time oracle cards if we need to get any advice or anything that has to do with timing in this situation. So maybe when are you likely to meet, or if you already know this person, when this situation is likely to progress, to move to a next stage. So we'll see what we can get. So we have our pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'm using cones today. When we took our dog for a walk, I just found a few and I thought I might as well use them for today's reading. So this one is nice and cute. This one is the biggest out of 3. And this one is for pile number 3. So whichever pile you are most drawn to, I will list timestamps below the video, and you can jump straight to your reading, and I'll see you there. Welcome pile 1. So I will put your cone there for now. We have this card. It's a rune card. This to tell us about your person, something about their personality. So this is to get the general idea about what they're like and who they are. And then we will use these oracle cards to get some information about their relationship with you or about this situation in general. Okay, so your person is represented by Sawella. So Sawella is associated with charisma, and this is someone very energetic. As you can see, he is winning the game here, the fight, really, it's a fight. So he is definitely, he might be a high achieving person and very brave. You notice them in the room right away. So someone who can be very inspiring. He can lead people. He can be a natural leader. Okay. So it talks a lot about achievement, this card. So whenever and whatever goals he sets up for himself, or maybe it's a she, it's gender neutral, they get it. Okay, no matter what it takes. And I'm not talking about, it's more about self-sacrifice rather than about just neglecting everyone else to get to the thing that you want. It's more about just putting as much work, as much effort as needs to get what they want. Okay, so this is a very nice nice card to get to start this reading. It's a very strong personality, and this is also someone who has their mind and heart not always in sync. So they they rely more on their mind than on their feelings. Okay, so sometimes it might be hard to read this person, how they actually feel and what they actually think. They try not to get their emotions to form their judgment. They're very careful with how they approach people and how they approach a situation. And what else? It can also represent someone who is quite lucky. So yes, they are a hard working kind of person, but they might also be coming from maybe wealthy family, or they have parents that gave them plenty of opportunities to make something out of themselves. So they gave them an opportunity to get a good education, and they were supportive. So things like that. They might be quite a lucky person in that way. And yes, this card, every one of these rune cards, they come with a question. So some question which is associated with each of them. And this one is associated with psychological, like psychophysical balance, really. So are you balanced or not? Is there a balance between your mind, your thoughts, and your actions? So because this person, they rely heavily on their mind, much more than on their thoughts and than on their feelings. Well, thoughts in a sense that thoughts can change quickly. So they're very careful about how they conduct themselves. Okay. And yes, a lot about focus and achievement and just getting what you want. So this is a nice start. Then we will use some of the tarot cards. Oh, it's nice and sunny outside. It's been raining for a few days now, so it's a nice change. It feels much more like end of spring. So let's see what we get for you. Okay, we have one card. Oops. Okay, second one. So we have Four of Wands reversed. We have Temperance. I want to get about 5 cards. Oh, one more. Oh, that's a nice one. Knight of Cups. They are all nice so far. A little blockage here, but nothing major. And Ace of Swords. Good. And this is so like them. Ace is about beginning, but swords, they are about all things to do with intelligence and mind and communication, actually. So they might be very good with expressing themselves. That's very good. Okay, this is actually just genuinely just very, yes, it's very good. Okay, so at the bottom of the, so we have Ace of Swords and 3 of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck we have 9 of Pentacles. So to begin with, we have 4 of Wands, and this one is reversed, sorry. So in general, Four of Wands, it's about celebrating your success. And when I was shuffling, I wanted to know about this person and about how they feel about you if you already know each other. Well, to me, it feels like you might not have met them quite yet, because aces in general, it's about new beginnings, starting something new. Although when I saw this Nine of Pentacles, I did feel like it might be their impression of you. So if you know them, it's someone who you probably don't know very well yet, but they might be in your social circle already, because for no reason I just feel like they already have some sort of impression of you. It might be just a surface kind of thing, just a general idea. They probably they don't know you very well just yet, but so this one is about fruition and about success, and also about community. To me, it looks like there might be some challenge that they are facing in getting what they want out of their love life. For me, it's something that is blocking them a little bit at the moment. Maybe some family trouble or lack of support from their social circle. Maybe they feel a little bit isolated, which is quite unusual for them. And this definitely it troubles them a bit. So they might have this feeling of lack of belonging to some community, and just a little bit isolated for some reason. And Temperance, well, first of all, it's Sagittarius, in case it's relevant. It represents Sagittarius, and Temperance is all about balance and moderation. He or she is likely to have very good health, and they take very good care of themselves in terms of yes, physical health. They are probably exercising regularly, and they don't they try to eat healthy, things like that. They don't overindulge, don't drink too much, so things like that. So they really value moderation. So everything in moderation. This might be their motto in life. And to me, they appear as someone who is very, very capable of taking first step when they're ready. So, we all have slightly different personalities, and when they are ready, they will take first step towards you, and they will offer you something, like they might ask you out, or they might suggest that you do something together, whether it's a date right away, or whether it's just meeting up with a group of people. So some sort of invitation it might be, but overall, they are very capable to take this first step. So if they're not coming to you right away, you probably don't need to worry about whether you should take this first step towards them. When they're ready, they will come to you and they will offer you to try to start seeing each other, to try something, to try to build something together. And they are very much someone who is planning ahead. So it's from this, it's coming from this Three of Wands card here. So they're since Swords energy is someone about, once again, I already mentioned it, but it's someone who really thinks before they do anything. So they don't come out here as someone impulsive. So don't expect drunk calls or anything like that. They will think about it. They will come up with a plan. They will probably have a very clear idea of how your first date should go like, should look like, and how your relationship should progress. So, and yes, the balance card, because Four of Wands, it can represent balance. It's up in a reverse position here. So maybe something to keep in mind is that while they value moderation in life, they might be someone who they're someone who takes actions, and sometimes you might need to communicate clearly what you want, okay, so that they're not abusive in any way. I don't see it here. I just feel like they are action taker, and they don't rely on feelings much, and this might be not only about their feelings but about your feelings. So you might need to make sure to make yourself heard, and yeah, so that they would take it into account, to make them to take it into account, what you want and how you feel and what you think. Okay, so this balance might be something that you need to work together on, okay, to create a nice balance in this connection. But I don't see any major abuse of power or anything like that, major power struggle, power games. So it looks very good to me. That's very good, guys. And this Nine of Pentacles. So this doesn't have to be. It's gender neutral, but to me it looks like how it's the card that represents how they see you, and this card can signify achievements and success and prosperity of all sorts. So it's someone who is very comfortable with themselves, someone very confident, and in that way, these two people, they are a nice match. They value the same things, and they are not arrogant in their ways. So they just basically, they work hard and they get what they want without pushing anyone else's boundaries, anything like that. So you see, there is this pentacles here. It just represents all the fruition of this person's efforts. And exactly the same thing I was saying about this card. So you have probably very similar values, which is good. It definitely helps to understand each other when you value the same things. That's very positive. Well, and the reading is about your future spouse, or at least someone with whom you will be in a serious, committed relationship. So I guess it makes sense that the reading is very positive here, because, well, you will get to this point of being committed to each other and being in a strong union with each other. So it makes sense that you almost mirroring each other. You are similar in many ways. That's good. Okay, so I really want to see what we have here for you from the oracle cards. So first, this one is about them and how they might feel about their love life in general and about this connection. That's very sweet. So this one talks about coming home. So I feel like they might just, in a literal sense, they might travel for work, or they just might be constantly on the move. And with you, they feel very comfortable, very accepted, and like they can be themselves with you, which is just so precious and so hard to find, right? So it's very sweet card to get for this kind of reading. And it can also, of course, talk about building home together. So building this safe space just for two of you, where you can express yourself and not be afraid to be misunderstood. So this is it's looking in your future with a lot of optimism, trusting that your life will get you exactly the right thing at the right time, and it will be something happy. It will be something that you always wanted, and when you are ready, you'll get it. That's beautiful. Very nice card to get in this type of reading, to get in general, but yes, if you are in union with someone who makes you feel this way, you are definitely a happy person. At least as far as your love life goes. So what else we have here? Okay, so we have 38, it's a well. And we have number 3, it's a ship. And number 6, clouds. Okay, so I feel like there is still quite a bit of uncertainty about this connection. So to me, it looks like it hasn't started yet, and I already mentioned it at the beginning that I don't feel like it's a situation which is at advanced stages. So I feel like you haven't started seeing each other yet. It's someone who might be in your social circle, since it appears that they have some sort of impression of you, but yes, something very new, and it can just be this clouds card. It can talk about not being quite sure about your love life, in terms of should I ask them out, or what should I do, and how should I approach that. And this actually, it resonates with these cards here, because it looks like to me that they will come forward with the offer to ask you out or to spend some time together. But they're definitely someone who likes to think about about the situation, to have a clear plan of how they want to approach it. So, and it looks to me like right now they're in their thinking mode, which can also mean that you already know this person. And somebody might already be thinking about you right now, and seeing a very, very good potential for you and them, for your relationship. And ship, of course, it's all about travel, and it can be in a physical sense, so all that travel can represent moving from place to place. They might be from a different country or from a different city than you are. And it can be a long distance relationship at some point, or you might be just coming from different places. And it also can represent actually putting all your eggs in one basket. So I feel like when they are ready, they will put everything in this relationship, and yes, they will go all in. They will give you their 100%, because sometimes in some readings, this meaning of this card, putting all your eggs in one basket, it can actually be something which is not a very good sign. But in this case, it looks very positive, in a sense that they really gonna go for it. No other options. Just trying to make this happen. When they're ready, when they have a plan. Right. And this is the well. So it's right there. And it talks about going deep, digging deep, and the deeper you go, the more you'll find to this story. So to me, it looks like really getting to know each other. So your conversation will be about real things, nothing superficial. It's about your childhood, their childhood, what you are looking for in relationship, and maybe what your relationship with your parents was like. And yes, so really going deep, getting to know each other. And once again, like, this whole thing is about building something long lasting, and about high level of commitment. That's really good. I mean, it's very nice. You are first group, and it definitely you have very nice energy here. I'm telling you, sometimes I'm doing a reading for someone and I feel so drained, and or sometimes just like maybe a bit too chilled, nothing much, it's just a bit too relaxed. But yes, just drained really. But this is so positive. I really wish that for you. So the more happy people out there, the happier we all are, the better our world is. So I hope you're gonna get everything that you want. Okay, there is waiting happening here. So maybe, yes, it looks to me like you might know this person. Seriously, they know you enough to have some sort of impression of you. Friend, okay, oops. And we have faithfulness. Well, that's very sweet. So faithfulness is, of course, about being, you know, faithful with each other, towards each other, and about commitment. So they're definitely someone who values honesty, and I'm sure you are too. And this will be a big factor in your relationship, that you are true with each other, you are honest, you are faithful with each other. And it looks like you are waiting on a friend here. So maybe there is, yes, a friend that you see some potential with, or maybe you don't even see it yet. But, well, she is waiting here. And to me, it represents you. It's gender neutral, but still. So maybe you are waiting on someone to move your friendship to some, you know, to create something more out of your friendship with them. And okay, since you have waiting here, I will definitely see if we can find anything on timing. So please, anything on timing. You know, for some reason, this deck, which is on timing, it's a stiff one. It just takes forever to get, information out of it. Okay. So search for joy, stay agile. 8. And Saturday, number 7, maybe it's significant to you. Okay, this is something. So it's going well now, and it does look to me like it's going well, yes. So I don't see like any big issue here other than waiting, which is, it can be difficult, but it's definitely not the worst thing. So I don't see any like baggage or any big issues or personalities clash of any kind. So just, yes, waiting is the hard part. So stay strong. And yes, it's going well now. And we have 12 days, 12 weeks here. So maybe in this is your time frame for this connection. So something must shift in this within this time frame, 12 days to 12 weeks, and it will be a noticeable shift. So it's really great. If, for instance, I didn't get any, if the cards, they wouldn't have shown any like time frame like this, I would have said that, you know, you need to wait a bit more. Maybe they're not even in your life or something like that. But it did look like they're already circling around you. They're already someone you know, and you have time frame here. Okay, so it looks very positive to me, and I'm wishing you well in this connection. You look like a good match with this person, so fingers crossed it will all work out. Yes, I hope that this reading was helpful, useful in any way. Yes, best of luck to you with this situation, and I hope to see you here again. Bye! Welcome, pile 2. So I will put your cone there for now. So we will start with the rune card that will give us a general idea about what your future spouse is like, or it might not necessarily be future spouse, but someone with whom you will be in a serious committed relationship. So depending on what you are after, but definitely someone with whom you have a very strong potential, big potential to grow it into a marriage, into something very serious. So we have answers here. Okay, so this is someone who is very good with words. So as the key word for this card is words. So it's someone who, well, first of all, this represents Odin. If you ever watched Thor, so you probably know this god. So it's a god of war, and it's someone who also was very knowledgeable and actually a bit of a poet. So he was very good with poetry, and as you can see, he is talking to these people, and they're listening to him or to her. It's gender neutral. So it's someone with an influence. So sometimes we get card that represents community, so an extroverted person. But in this case, it's someone who is not just like good with people. It's not really about that. It's more about really being a leader and someone to whom people are listening to. So whose advice people tend to follow. Yes, definitely very strong personalities. So they might be quite a you might need to have quite a bit of flexibility with them, because come on, it's Odin. It's one of the strongest gods in mythology. So yes, definitely an alpha type of personality here. So this can also be someone who is good at teaching and explaining ideas or exchanging ideas with other people. They know how to use flattery really well, so they can manipulate people if they want to. At the same time, it's someone who keeps their secrets, their cards close to chest. So their secrets, nobody knows them. They are very careful with whom they share something that is important to them. Some of their secrets. If you watched this superhero movie, Marvel movie, Thor, he didn't really know the true personality of his father, Odin, till like third movie, when Odin's firstborn, Hela, came to, what was the name of the planet? Asgard and basically destroyed the whole planet. It's actually a fun movie to watch. Not the planet destruction, but out of Marvel movies, it's the one which is it's funny. Yes, I liked it. And yes, so going back to your person, you see, so this is someone who can be very very closed sometimes, so they don't reveal their secrets to anyone, not easily anyway. And yes, so someone with who values efficient communication, so it will, the communication in general as a topic will be an important, will play important role in your relationship with them, because they're very good at it. So you'll need to be too to get your ideas across, to make sure that there is the right balance in this relationship, because they can get their way. They know how to do it. Okay. So very very strong. I wanted to say interesting, but just keeps coming strong, very strong person here for you. Ooh. Good luck. they're well, in general it's a positive character, just in general, I mean Odin, but yes, not the easiest person to handle. Definitely not. Right, so we will move to tarot cards, and I want to get around 5 cards for you to get an idea about this situation, if you already know this person or not. Okay, we have the Star, the Hangman, and what is your relationship, or at least the beginning of your relationship is gonna look like. So we'll see what we can get. Okay, Two of Swords, choices here. Okay, I want, yes, Magician, manifestation, and I want at least one more. One more card, please. I am trying to keep this reading open-ended, we'll see what we get, but there is, yes, there is some information here already. And then we have a few oracle cards, and if we need anything on timing, we'll use our time oracle deck. Yes, this one, the Chariot just flew out. Cancel. I don't know if it's relevant, but well, first of all, out of 5 cards, you have 4 major arcana cards. So it's a very significant connection here. And you have the Star. So it can be an Aquarius. And you have the Hangman, but in a reversed position. So it represents Neptune, maybe a water sign, because we have Cancer here as well, and then yes, we have Pisces, Scorpio, water signs. So, and Magician, well, that's Mercury. Okay, Mercury is Gemini. It rules Gemini, in case it's relevant. I'm just mentioning it, everything that I see here. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Cups. in a reverse position. Okay, so first of all, we have someone who is definitely very hopeful about their well, hopeful. It's more about really manifesting their love life, what their partner, their perfect partner. So they have a very clear idea about what they want their relationship to look like, which very much is in agreement with their type of personality. So they are definitely someone who has an idea about what their counterpart, their partner should look like, and they are manifesting you. In previous pile, it just looked to me right away that they already knew each other. It was still very fresh. It looked like it anyway, but to me there is just no there is no identification of you in this pile. I don't see you here just yet. So to me, it looks like you don't know them yet. Okay. And there is a lot of, there's someone who might be healing from maybe from previous relationship or something like that. So they might be at a healing stage. And at the same time, they're inspired to find something new. And they already know what this new relationship, what it looks like, what it should look like, what they are after. So when they come to you, and it looks like there is this new beginning, it's coming, but it's in a reverse position, so it looks like it's gonna take some time. You might not know each other yet. But when they come to you, it means that you really just fit this ideal, this idea of perfect partner that they had in mind for themselves. So there is something about choices here. Maybe somehow there will be, and to me, sometimes this card quite literally comes with a couple of queens or kings on each side, something like that. And then it looks like there is a choice between person and person. But in your case, it just doesn't feel like it, because Two of Swords, it can also talk about choices between, for instance, love and family, or love and work. And to me, for some reason, it just sounds like love and work kind of situation. So maybe some relocation will be required or something of this sort, or maybe you will meet each other at work, and it will create a bit of an obstacle there. So, sorry, it's our dog barking there. Yes, so there might be a bit of an obstacle here in this connection, which will have to do with a choice. And I don't see anything about family here in terms of a choice between you and maybe their family wouldn't approve of you or something like that. No, it just, okay, I will get an oracle card for this one, for the choice. Maybe we will get just some very clear idea about what this choice is. Old woman. Why is this one Okay. Old woman. How is this relevant? Might be their boss or something like that. Okay. Anything else to clarify this Two of Swords? So there might be some kind of older person who might be a bit of an obstacle here in this connection. It can potentially be a mother figure, or something like that. But yes, so we have Nine of Swords here as well. So this is all about worry and anxiety and fear. So definitely a bit of an obstacle here. But, you know, it doesn't look like anything major, just a complication. And it might create a bit of stagnation in this connection. But Chariot, it's someone who is who has a direction. They control the situation. It's all about willpower and to be determined to get what you want. It's about success, that you put effort, you put work into something, and it bears fruits. So to me, and this one came after this choices card, so to me it's not something that you really need to worry about. It's just yes, a bit of an obstacle here that might create some stagnation in this situation, but other than that, it looks like they are manifesting you. They are ready for you. They are doing some healing work, and they are prepared. It's nearly done or something like that, but they're prepared to start something new, and it's coming. Maybe a bit slower than you would want it to, but just it's on the way to you. And this is really good card to get after these obstacles, yes, because it's just getting what you want, and they are manifesting you. So it's clear that they will make sure that whatever needs to be done to make this relationship happen, they have means, and they definitely have a personality for that. They will make it happen. So there is nothing to worry about here. So we'll see what we have from our oracle cards. Oh, that's nice. And so it's a clover and mask and time. Okay. So this can talk about coming from east side. So maybe you are from different places, from different countries, and yes, maybe this is why I can't quite see you here yet until this card. So this is definitely looks like a union. It's not about genders again, but it looks like you are coming together. And this card talks about coming from, well, specifically east side, but just in general, from either different backgrounds, because it always reminds me of this Aladdin and Princess Jasmine. So the description for this card, it's yes, it reminds me of this fairy tale. So coming from different backgrounds, or coming from different countries, and making it work. So getting through any challenges that are on your way, and just be in a harmony here together. Just two of you in the middle of nowhere. It really gives me this feeling of just two of you in the world kind of feeling. And this is all about luck, right? And it can be about gambling, so it's taking chances, take a chance with each other, make it work. So for instance, if you come from different countries, and it might create a bit of a long distance relationship for a while, some challenges, this inspires you to take this chance to try to make it work, because it will be so worth it at the end. And it's also about something unexpected. So you might meet at just randomly, not quite prepared, and there might be a bit of uncertainty about how to make it work. But luck is on your side here. And it's about keeping an open mind, and definitely about excitement, and just keeping faith. Something good is gonna come out of it. So yeah, take a chance here. And mask, it's something that is not what it seems. And somebody might be wearing a mask in this situation, in this connection, but it can also talk about simply trying to impress someone. So trying to look better, better than you are, maybe just downplaying all the like insecurities, and just trying to make the best impression. And this does sound like them. So they're definitely, if they're after you, they will try to show their best side, and it's very natural, right, thing to do if you are into someone, and you definitely try to show them your best self, best side of yourself. And this is about time. So this talks about just taking time to assess what is important. So for instance, just as an example, if you are from different places, or if it might be just a little bit inconvenient for you to get together, think about it at a bigger scale, what you want out of your life. And it's really not about, like, it might be worse, like getting all these tickets and traveling and putting all this work, if this is something that you really want, if you really want to get to this point with this person, right? And yes, taking time to move slow but steady. It looks like it might be the right strategy here. And let's see if we can get anything about timing for this connection. So we have, it's a bit, my battery is dying. So let's see. Oops, yes, we have 10 days, 10 weeks. You will start all over again. Oh, that's interesting. So it might be someone from your past. So the reason why I don't see you here is because maybe you are not in contact right now, but starting all over again. Maybe even an ex situation here. But this is very like a very clear personality here. So if you know someone like this person, it will be very clear to you who it is. They're just such a strong, inspirational, and leader in every way. A bit secretive, alpha type of personality. People follow them. Very strong. Very good at what they do. Whatever is that they're doing in life right now. Okay, nothing else is coming out of this deck. So, but we have some timestamps here. So we have 10 days, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 12 months. So you can take it as something something major is likely to happen in this within this time interval, 10 days to 10 weeks. And then some big changes in this connection within 12 weeks, 12 months. And to me, it sounds like starting from whenever this happens. So so this flower, this card number 10, it's all about blossoming. So something blossoms, and it's just so fitting how this came out first, right? And then find your center came after it. So something new starts first, and then there will be some work required to get the balance. The find your center is also about each of you finding your place in this relationship, the balance, finding balance between each other, and getting to the place where you are comfortable with each other in this connection. So yes, it looks very promising to me. It looks like a quite just strong person. So quite a bit of work will be required from you to make sure that this connection is well balanced. But other than that, I hope there were quite a few details here and there. So I hope if you already know this person, that you know who it is. You got the idea who it might be. And starting all over again, it might be that, for instance, if you don't know this person yet, that you meet somewhere, maybe at a foreign place even, and then you just maybe exchange numbers or something like that, and you part your ways, and then you come back together again. Okay, so maybe this can also be the case here, starting all over again. Yes, so this is what I have here for you today. A very interesting reading. Thank you for listening, and it was my pleasure to do this reading for you. If you liked it, give me a like, please, or subscribe. And yes, comment on this reading if it resonated. So I will be very curious to hear from you. Otherwise, I hope to see you here again soon. Have a nice rest of the day, or if you are watching it before going to bed, good night. Bye. Welcome, pile 3. So I'll put your cone there for now, and we will keep your oracle cards till a bit later. And we will start with the rune. Okay, so this will give us a general idea about what your future spouse is like, about their personality. If you are not planning marriage anytime soon, it might just be someone with whom you will be in a very serious, committed relationship. Okay. That's okay. I don't know if you watched all this superhero Marvel universe movies. So it's Thor, right? Thor is us, but basically, yes, it's the god of thunder and a warrior. Okay, it's interesting. We just had Odin for pile number 2. Yes, it's a slightly different personality, quite different actually. So they are someone who is very action focused. So he or she, it's gender neutral, but I'm talking about Thor in general, what this card represents. He can be a bit like he might act before he thinks about it. So he's not an on a plus side, he is not an overthinker. So, but on the yes, a bit maybe the other side to this coin is that he might be a bit impulsive. They might be a bit impulsive. And what's interesting about Thor is so even from this movies, it was there that he is heir to the throne. He's supposed to take it after Odin passed away. But he is, even though this is his place and he is very much a leader, but more than that, he is a warrior, and he wants to be out there in the field making things happen. Okay, so this is much more interesting for him, or at least he feels that this is his calling, rather than just sitting on the throne and controlling everything from a bit of a distance, right? So in that movie, in the I quite like the last one, the third one. He actually suggested that Amazon woman who is he felt like the right person for the job. He suggested that she would lead his people or their people. She's also from the same place, from Asgard. Because he wanted to explore the world a bit more, and he felt that either he is not quite ready to take this throne, or it's just something that he is better at. He is better at doing protection rather than just organizing it. So at being there and fighting for what he wants. rather than organizing people to do it for him, for their home, for Asgard in that case. But yes, so it's very interesting personality. Someone who is definitely, he has a stand, he has his own opinion, and he's a free spirit. He wants to do things the way he believes is the right way for him, even if it might not be what other people think he is meant to do. But yes. And Thor can also, this rune in general, it can also be associated with some struggle and danger. So clearly he's facing all these obstacles face on, and he doesn't shy away. But yes, it can represent a person who has maybe had quite a few obstacles in his life already before they met you, and he came out as a winner. He is a very strong person, and he knows what he wants, and he is someone who is not afraid to take chances, to take risks in order to win, in order to get what he wants, even if the final outcome is not clear. He will take a chance, right? So it's quite a rare type of personality, but yes, that's good. And he is someone who stands for truth. So he prefers honesty in your face rather than sweeping everything under the rug. So yes, that's what he values in people, and that's what you can expect of him. And yes, very, very strong person, very protective. Okay, that's a good start. So we will use tarot cards. I want to get about 5 cards to just get the general idea about this situation or about this person. I don't know, what we got for pile number 1 and 2 was quite different. So for pile number 1, it felt like they already know each other a bit. So it was, okay, King of Swords. It even looks a little bit similar. So, but yeah. Actually, like I would expect, if it was very similar to this card, I would expect someone like King of Wands instead. But King of Swords, it's also good. Oh, Tower. That's interesting. Okay. Oops. We have one more here, Emperor. So, okay, something has to come to an end before your story with them begins. I don't know, we'll see if you already met or not. I know for pile number 1, I just had such a just strong feeling that, okay, that they already met, and okay. Yes. So, you know, I mentioned that Thor can represent struggle, and there is quite a bit about it here in tarot spread. So, King of Swords, it's someone who is very much very disciplined and even stern. someone very responsible and logical, which is quite, is a bit different from, I feel like this is who they want to be. They maybe feel like they are lacking on discipline a little bit. Maybe they wish they were more in control of, they wouldn't be so impulsive. So it might be that, or it can represent a person in their life, because to me this looks a bit like Odin actually. So it can represent some kind of strong figure. I want to say father figure, but it can be just someone who has influence on them. And this person might have, on one side, they might be an inspiration for your person, but on the other hand, it can be a bit, it can create a bit of a pressure for them. So this is someone who, yes, who might, they might somehow depend on this person. And the negative side to this type of personality presented by these cards is someone who is very controlling. Well, violent is a strong word, but yes, can be a bit harsh. And I'm not sure how it, well, we'll see how it's relevant to your situation, but it appears that there is going to be some tower moment in your person's, in your future spouse life, that will shake them quite a bit, shake their very foundation. And this might be, for instance, if their relationship with their father, who they depend on, goes south or something like that. And it might really shake your person, and they might end up in a energy which is a bit, well, it's someone who struggles to take control over a situation. Okay, and it's again in upward position, it can represent a father figure. I don't know why it comes out so strong for this pile, that there is some third party interference, and it's not like necessarily like a competition, but it feels more like a parent, or, well, it can potentially be boss or something like that. But yes, it feels like a father figure who might not necessarily be on this supportive of this connection between you and your person. So there is there might be a bit of work to be done there, and they clearly have a strong effect on this connection. And this connection comes, you have 2 out of 5 cards here. Well, this is just general energy. So 2 out of 5 cards are major arcana. So yes, serious connection, obviously very important in your life, and in the life of your person. But basically it's important to basically prevent any yes, interference in this connection, because, well, this actually in a reverse position, this is a good card. It talks about freedom, because like this in upward position, it's to feel it's feeling entrapped, and like feeling like this imprisonment, self sabotage, so things like that. But luckily here your this card is in a reverse position, so it's getting freed from all the things that hold you back. Okay, and deny any interference if it's destructive, and seeing possibilities, seeing all the like chances that are out there, that might bring happiness to this person's life and to you, to the two of you. So they are freeing themselves from this excessive influence of someone like a father figure in their life. And it looks to me like it's a work in process, and it seems that you might know this person already, but it doesn't look like you are dating or this relationship started. So to me this looks like they see possibilities, and they see you as someone who is very cheerful and extroverted and a passionate person. So they definitely have a high opinion of you. They might even be a bit jealous of you because they see you out there, and they see you with all these other people, how these people appreciate you and you have good time with all these other people, but not with them, not at this point in time anyway. And they might yes, they might not be at the best place emotionally right now. But they see the potential of this connection with you, although they are not quite ready to take the first step towards you just yet. So at this point, they are just dealing with something in their life which they need to free themselves from first. There will be this tower moment in their life, that some big shift, even if it might not appear like that to people around them. It will be a major thing for them, and it will affect their personality, and it will affect this connection as a result, right? Because if you overcome something, you come out as a stronger or wiser person who is ready to take control of their life. It obviously is good for the relationships in their life. They're much more ready to build something long lasting because they worked through some of their issues before starting something with you. Okay. This is very different from, well, all three piles were quite different actually. But I just, when I saw Thor and we just had Odin, well, I didn't expect anything like that. Okay. but also I probably should have, because Thor is about struggle. It's like one of the key words that come with this card. It's struggle and conflict, something like that. So yes, and being a warrior, getting through whatever challenges they are facing, and come out come out victorious. Okay, so what else do we have here? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so the funny bit is this card which talks about gamble, and it lies right beneath Eight of Swords. In a reverse position, it can talk about possibilities, and here just the card about gamble, about taking these opportunities. And yes, it looks like it will be something which will be fun, and a risk that will pay off. Okay, so but let's start from the beginning. So this card here is quite interesting. It talks about getting rid of all the things in your life that are no longer serving you. Okay, so and that just why it's interesting is because it's fitting here. It's not necessarily, of course, it's not necessarily about breaking up relationships with someone who is very important to you, but it just maybe changing these relationships enough to make sure that they are source of something positive in your life, and not a source of endless struggle and conflicts, right? And this card shows me that they will get through it, and they are working on this right now, right? And it's also about looking around around yourself and seeing who is your true friend, who is really supporting you, and who is just trying to control you, and maybe have their own agenda, even if they don't realize it. So I don't mean to it to sound like judgmental or harsh or anything like that, but it's basically just reevaluating some of your relationships and transforming them enough to make sure that they are serving you in a good way. Okay, so they're serving you, they're positive. They have positive impact on your life. So this bear is all about power, and first of all, to me it looks, and it just it just fits well with this card. Sometimes I don't even mention it, but here I feel like it's relevant. Both of these cards can tell us a bit about the appearance of this person. So first of all, I have an expanded deck of these oracle cards, and it has this number 28, both with dark haired man and with a blonde guy. So this is likely to be someone who has dark hair, and someone who is very physically strong and resilient, and someone who is quite charming. They might not necessarily, well, they look like they might be not loud about how they go about things. They might be quiet and not shy, but yeah, like the quiet type. But they don't have to be. It just this image makes me think of someone who might be sitting there in the room full of people, and they might not necessarily try to attract a lot of attention to them, but probably lots of people will notice them either way. So they are definitely like they stand out. And so this is very masculine energy here, and masculine behavior. And once again, this card represents someone like a husband or long-term boyfriend, gender neutral, but more about commitment here. And yes, this person has a lot of alpha qualities, and they are likely to want to take charge in the relationship. So this might potentially create a bit of imbalance, a bit of a power struggle. So I don't remember if I mentioned something about it, that it's a strong person here, and you might need yes, just you might need to be flexible on one side, but on the other side, being able to express yourself clearly and make sure that you are heard, and that you know, your needs are met as well in this connection, and that they account for your feelings, they take them under consideration, whatever they plan, what they are planning for this connection. And it can also represent a strong mother or father figure. Once again, going back to this, so I'm just mentioning it because this is one of the meanings of this card, and we already had something about it, quite a bit actually about it before. And this your person is someone who is healthy, and bear is also about protection, just like Thor. So this again resonates. Yes, so someone very protective, and yes, very strong. Okay, someone who probably takes very good care of their health. Bears, they represent health as well. Yes, and let's see if we can get, if we will get anything from this oracle deck for you. I don't feel like it's just for additional information. I don't feel like there is anything in particular that needs clarification, but we'll see. But yes, it feels like you might know them already. Just think about it, like someone who has this whatever relationship with their father, like some mentor who influences them or tries to influence them quite a bit, and they are breaking apart, breaking from under this influence, and they might struggle a bit, but at the beginning. But the Emperor, it's also, it's, by the way, it's Aries if you are interested. So maybe this can tell you something. Mars energy here, so also there is a lot of fiery energy, just not fiery, but like warrior type of energy, right? Starting from the very beginning. You know, I didn't feel like there is a need for clarification, and it doesn't tell me anything except there is, this deck doesn't tell me anything except that there is messenger at the bottom. So some kind of message is coming through here. And I mean, someone, you might receive a message sometime soon, which is related to this person. It doesn't have to be immediately like invitation to a date or something like that. Message, of course, can be just a text message, not necessarily written communication, like in a classic sense, but it just feels like you're gonna hear from this person or about this person. And okay, I have a question now in mind, like when are you gonna hear from this person or about this person? Please clarify this messenger card. It doesn't happen that often that I shuffle cards and nothing flies out. So, oops. So it's interesting that I kept shuffling them and just nothing came of it, except this card at the bottom that I just noticed what it is. So start being creative, put down a marker. For some reason, the first thing that came to my mind is start being creative about, you know, like creating opportunity for you to see each other somehow. So it feels to me like you might know this person, but you don't actually, you are not necessarily in the same circle. So you would need to be a bit creative to, you know, to meet them in person. This is strange, like why nothing comes out of it? Come on. So I feel like this, a lot of it is more about them at this point. So right now, the main focus in this person's life is on sorting out their own their relationships, the important relationships in their life right now. And maybe if we try to do a separate spread for you and them, we would get more information which is specific to you too. But well, this was an open-ended reading, and I was just interested to know like who is your future spouse, and to get the general idea about them. And it looks like this is the first pile like that it's just the focus is somewhere else right now. Oops. Okay, we have one more card. Heal the wounds, sorry, heal the wounds. Yes, 8 weeks, 8 months. Okay, that does sound about right, in a sense that it's gonna take a bit of time while they are healing their wounds, right? So yes, your person is going through through some healing, and I know it may be not something that you were hoping to hear, but um, this needs to happen first before they come to you. But they come out as your future spouse, so, and they're someone really great. I mean, seriously, there is nothing there is nothing here to say like about them which would be negative about them specifically. So there is a situation, probably some situation going on here in their own life, but otherwise it's very, very strong, attractive person, very protective, and yes, just someone who you probably already know, and you might hear from them or about them. I wouldn't say very soon. Well, Tuesday might be significant, and we have Scorpio here. The time-wise, we have also October, November. But otherwise, I feel like this connection between you and them, it's in the future. So there is still a bit of time that will pass before something between you two begins. Because in both piles, in pile 1 and 2, we got aces and just some identifications that something is some like very romance focused cards. And for you, I honestly feel like they're not even thinking about it just yet. But this is not to discourage you in any way, right? It's just yes, they're coming. They are coming, and they might be someone you know, or you know of, you heard of them, right? So this is what I have for you, pile 3. To me, it looks like, well, it looks neutral in a sense that it's just the focus is on them here more than on this connection between you and them. So it was just to give you an idea about who they are and what they are going through right now. So I hope it was useful, or at least interesting, entertaining, this reading. And yes, I'm wishing you well, and I hope you are having a nice day, or yes, if you are watching it before going to bed, have a good night. And yes, if you like the video, please give me a like or subscribe. I'll be very happy to see you here again. Okay, bye.